I want to thank the leaders of several major pharmacies and generic drug makers who are partnering with us on this effort, including the co-founder of Cost Plus Drugs, Mark Cuban. Mark, thank you very much. Mark, looking good, Mark. Come here, Mark. Nice to meet you.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
We have the same thing, one thing in common. We want to make people better and keep them wealthy, right?
I think other than you, I've been the biggest proponent of TrumpRx.com. And the reason for that is Republicans want cheaper drugs, independents want cheaper drugs, Democrats want cheaper drugs, and together, I think we're going to do something special.
Okay.
First of all, you lie down with dogs, you wake up with fleas.
Correct.
All right, that's number one. And you know, I like Mark Cuban. I've always liked him, but this is a mistake. And once Trump puts his name on prescriptions, we're all going to die. Okay?
Yeah.
He put his name on the Trump shuttle, the Trump vodka, the Trump University, the Trump hotel,
Trump steaks,
and my
too.
favorite, the casinos that all went bankrupt.
Yeah.
The drugs
Do not go there,
The drugs
Mark.
don't actually have his name. They're existing drugs.
Whatever.
It's a
If he's
marketplace for them.
involved with it.
No,
I literally-
have to push back.
Wait,
Yeah. A
what is
medication that I had to take for IVF is a tenth of the price on TrumpRx. Whatever, it's tacky that his name is on it. Mark Cuban has dedicated his life to bringing down prescription drug costs. The average family, 1/3 of Americans cut back on essential foods and utilities to be able to cover their prescription drug costs. You're not going to convince me that just because Trump's involved, we should be like, screw it, don't bring down prescription drug costs.
So to give y'all, which I'm sure you figured it out by now. So Trump and Mark Cuban have come together to combine Mark Cuban's company with Trump RX, and in layman's terms, they're basically cutting out the middleman when it comes to prescription drugs, and so prescription drugs go from $1,000 to $17 or $20 or whatever it is, especially for folks who don't have insurance. Okay, and so that is what they are attempting to do, and because these folks on The View are Trump deranged, they're all poo-pooing it because it's called Trump RX. And what you just heard her elaborate on there was the fact that, yo, you're not going to tell me that this is a bad idea simply because Trump's name is on it. This genuinely helps American families. Like, just because y'all are rich and y'all ain't got to worry about prescription drug prices and y'all ain't, like, making life decisions at your local, drugstore on whether or not you can afford your bottle of prescription, your prescription, whatever you need, doesn't mean that the average American family isn't and wouldn't benefit from Trump RX. But this is The View, and they cannot get the Trump name out of their head. And simply because it has Trump's name on it, they try to poo-poo it. Here we go. Check it out.
Make a profit out of it. Don't take it.
I completely agree with that. I agree with you, Joy, on this one.
No.
He is a failed businessman.
Right.
And if you heard what he said, we both want to make people wealthy. He didn't say
So
healthy.
I should pay 10 times more for
He said
my
wealthy, which
medication.
means to me that there's something in it for him. This is not a well-intentioned
The presidency
person.
is something he cashes in on, Sonny, but what this does is it helps
Sarah, he
American
is not a
people.
well-intentioned person. He is not doing this from out of
You
the
guys
goodness
are
of his
naive.
heart.
No.
He's doing this to make
No
money.
one thinks he's doing
Joy,
it out of
we're
the
the
goodness of
wealthiest
his heart.
country and we pay the most for
There
drugs.
could be
the people
shortcuts
that are
involved.
literally suffering illnesses and cannot pay for their medicine, I can't think of a sicker business model. Bring down the prices, and if you're going to get results on this, call it Donald Trump medicine. I don't care what you call it.
There are countries all over this world, especially in Scandinavia, that have national health insurance.
Correct.
They do not want to have that.
New
That
Jersey,
would bring
like
down the
America.
cost of drugs and health care.
yes.
But they don't want that.
They have
call that
concepts of a
socialism.
plan, Joy,
Okay,
and
but
right now this is a
You
plan.
are so
I'm going to go with
naive,
it.
the two
In
of
the
you.
mean-
Wow.
so you're
The two of you are so naive.
You're saying,
naive.
if I may speak, so you're saying that in the meantime, while he remains in office for the next 2 years, people should just not have access to cheaper drugs because Trump put
They
his name
should.
on it?
Anything he
But
touches is
that's-
tainted. I don't trust it.
Today, I can literally order a prescription drug that I need for a tenth of the cost because of this, and it's not
Don't
just giving
believe
Trump credit.
anything he says,
It's
Alyssa.
real. Go literally
he's a
look it up.
liar.
It is right there. I can get Follistim.
What I wish they had done collectively.
Where he is now.
Was that my
the wall.
I wish collectively they had found a way to make pharmacies where people could go in and get what they wanted, because generic drugs should be cheaper.
Yeah, of course.
And that was the whole thing with Mark Cuban. I think what people are responding to is the fact that his name
Correct.
Yeah.
is really
and his affiliation with
well, no. I think if it had been Mark Cuban's name on it,
Yeah.
we would not be having this discussion.
Because anything he touches is
But
tainted.
because
Bingo. And there you heard them admit it. If it had Mark Cuban's name on it, they wouldn't have anything to say. But because it has Trump's name, now all of a sudden it's a bad thing, which tells you that it's actually a good thing, but they don't want to admit it because, of course, it's Trump. So if he does something good, he'll never get credit for it because he's just Trump. Like, it's so silly. Like, people are literally saving thousands and thousands of dollars. And you heard, I forgot her name, the so-called Republican lady at the table say, yo, I've looked at this stuff, like I've seen it, I've saved money on it, and Sunny Hostin's like, well, no, you can't believe him, and she's like, well, I've done it already, like I've used it, like it's real. Now you can anything that he's touched is tainted, like that's all. Bro, this is the definition of Trump derangement syndrome. People are saving thousands and thousands of dollars. This is real money that average American citizens are saving on their prescription drugs, and Sunny Hostin just can't get past the name Trump. That's all she hears. That's all she sees. And I've said this before, and some of you probably remember this experiment, the Pavlov's dog experiment. You know, when they ring the bell and the dog starts drooling, it's like, bro, it's like that with Trump, with these Trump derangement folks. They hear the name Trump, and it's the only thing that they can focus on. They can't see, they can't smell, they can't hear anything else except for Trump. They hear the name Trump, and it sets off this immediate reaction within them that just, oh, I hate Trump, I hate Trump, I hate Trump, I hate Trump. You see it in Sunny Hostin right here. She doesn't hear a single thing. I believe her name is Alyssa. Alyssa is saying at the table, like, yo, this is super beneficial. This actually works. I've looked at it. I've used it. Blah, blah, blah. This genuinely helps. Hey, the average American family is making changes on how they purchase things because of the high prescription drugs costs. So this is actually a really, really good thing. Mark Cuban has dedicated his life to lowering the cost of drugs. So, hey, listen, this is an awesome thing, but she can't hear any of that because she already heard the name Trump. It's just like the Pavlov's dog experiment. They're conditioned when they hear the name Trump, it's an instant anger response. Instant. And there's no better example of it than right here in this clip. But let's continue. I'm going to shut up now.
But because people have been really sort of screwed over, right, over the last several years. I think that's what you're responding to. I don't think anybody's responding to not wanting cheaper drugs. I think it's responding.
But I think it's easy to say it at this table because we can all afford our drugs.
I want to know what's in it for Donald Trump.
But even if, honestly,
let me finish my point, and then y'all can go back to resuming.
Yes.
You know, I just think that the better way to have done this would have been to have united the pharmacies and said, listen, if you need to come in, here's the card you need to take. Here's the card you need to bring. And you come in and we'll take care of this. And all four of them could have gotten together to do this. All four of those folks who he's in bed with, the generic folks, could have allowed it. So there is money to be made. There just is. Generics used to, everybody's making a little money.
Obamacare, we had that. A lot of people benefited from that,
We
but they're
still have
screwing with that. They would love to get rid of that.
Yeah.
It helps people.
Understood.
I would not
Everything
want-
you all are saying is correct.
I would not want any American right now to be hesitant to buy drugs on this website because they're coming from an outside. It's a marketplace. It's not
Yes, but
these are drugs that are trusted.
But you have to know that people don't understand. People.
But I don't want to scare people away from getting cheaper drugs when they're way too expensive.
But I think people are going to do what they do. But I think everybody should say, be cautious when you see his name on it.
Yes,
because when you saw Mark Cuban's name, you were fine.
Right.
Yes.
Well, he didn't put his name on it because he's Mark Cuban and not Donald Trump.
But everybody knew who was doing it.
His affiliate.
So silly, man. So silly. the very definition of Trump derangement. If anybody ever wants to know the definition of Trump derangement or wants to see an example of it, just show them this video clip. Come back to this video and play that clip of Sunny Holston just absolutely losing her mind and not hearing anything else that Alyssa had to say or the other young lady had to say. I can never think of their names. Had to say, is there names on here? No, it isn't. But yeah, just play this clip because that is the very definition of Trump derangement. Couldn't hear anything else except for Trump. She heard it, and that's all she focused on. That's all she could hear. Nothing that anybody else had to say that was good, that was positive, obviously good and obviously positive registered in her brain after she heard Trump. It all went out the window. Every single bit of it. But hey, shout out to Uncle Trump. Shout out to Mark Cuban for doing a fantastic thing for the American people. I don't think them making a couple of dollars off of it is a bad thing, right? At the end of the day, it's still cheaper. Okay, they're making a couple of dollars off of it. I'm supposed to poo-poo it now because a couple of dollars are being made? Really? So the drug that was $1,000 is now $20, but it really cost them $10 to get. So they're making $10 off of me. I'm supposed to be mad about that when if it weren't for them, I would have been paying $1,000 for that same drug. You know what I mean? Like, make your money, bro. My goodness, man. You can't make this stuff up. But anyway, thanks for tuning in as always. Y'all let me know your thoughts and your opinions. Stay safe out there. Peace and love. I'm out.